Emmerson Whittel played in Western Australia last year. We reached the grand final and we missed out by 1 point, unfortunately. I was looking at staying, but I decided I was here to travel and experience Australia, so I decided to move to Cairns Brothers. Before that, I played all my rugby league in England. The juniors I played for Ovingdon initially, and then I moved to King Cross Park. From there I was scouted for Calderdale service area, which was the local regional team, and then I was picked up for Bradford Bulls scholarship, which I played my academy rugby, made my first team Super League debut there, around 20-year-old. Then I dropped out of the professional game to the semi-pro level, played for Gloucestershire All Golds for 2 years, down the south of England. Then I moved back up to the north of England, played for Keighley Cougars for 3 years, and finally, before coming over here, played for Oldham. We reached the grand final that year and got promoted to Championship. At Rockingham Sharks, we started out pretty poor towards the beginning of the season. Obviously, there were a lot of issues involving COVID-19, and a lot of players decided not to turn up because of the risk. But we ended up putting a good team together, and come the end of the season, we competed pretty well, and we finished in the bottom playoff spot, so 4th in the league. And everyone pretty much wrote us off. Everyone thought we were the underdogs and all this, but we got through all the qualifying stages, picked off every team who were expected to beat us. And in the final, we were unlucky. We played 105 minutes solid, which I played at every single minute. Made 75 tackles and stuff. It's a pretty good standard for myself. I was happy with myself. But yeah, we kicked a drop goal and it got disallowed by the referee. And well, it's his decision at the end of the day. Then they went down the field, kicked a drop goal and won the game. So pretty disheartening, but that's rugby league, I guess. Best moments of my rugby career. There's a couple really. One of them playing it back at home for Keighley Cougars. Played against my old team, Bradford Bulls, who I played on my academy for, made my debut, and they turned up at Cougar Park and thought they were going to annihilate us, and we pumped them and I scored the winning try in the last 5 minutes, and I was giving it all the Bradford fans, showboating and whatnot, and it was just funny and then before I left to come here, playing at Oldham, we had a cracking team, class team. We made it to the grand final through the playoff again, and we scored in the last 5 minutes. One of the lads scored again, and we ended up beating the dead set favourites for the league and getting promoted to Championship. Was a bit gutted to leave that team, to be honest, because they were a cracking set of lads, but I just wanted to see something different and take a different opportunity, and that's why I came to Australia and played for Rockingham Sharks. And now I'm trying something different again. I just packed up all my stuff and thought I'll go to the other side of Australia and try my hand at another club. I was made aware the comp was pretty strong up here, and I thought I'd test myself playing for Cairns Brothers, and then hopefully the opportunity to progress to the Northern Pride team. Tim made me aware that it was a realistic opportunity, and that's where I'm hoping to be at come the end of the season. I'm not sure how long I'm planning on staying in Australia for, but hopefully long enough to get a crack at playing that Q Cup team, and then just take it from there, I guess. I prefer playing loose forward, but as they call it, Australia lock. I played a lot of second row back home as well. I can play anywhere in the forwards usually, I'd class myself as, but I prefer playing lock. It suits my game. I'm just being tough up the middle and making my tackles and playing a little bit expansive with the ball. Green's my favourite colour. Not really sure why, but yeah, I just like green, I guess. If I had to cook a meal, it'd probably be beef tacos. I'm not sure why I like Mexican food, but it's pretty good. If I had to buy a meal, back home in England it'd probably be an Indian, but in Australia I found that Indian's not very nice for some reason. In the NRL, I support Canberra Raiders predominantly, only because there's a lot of English lads that play there. My coach last year at Rockingham Sharks was Peter Williams, and his son George plays there. Played against him when I was in the academy at Bradford. He played for Wigan, but they've got the likes of John Bateman, Elliot Whitehead and Josh Hodgson playing there, so yeah, I just like to follow the English boys really and see how they get on in the comp.
Is it true that they used to belt you blokes every time they played you?
Nah, I don't listen to Tim Rumford. He's not a truthful guy, you know. He's not an honest guy. We used to pump Oxford every week. I don't know where he's got that idea from, you know. Shocking. One season in particular, when I played at Keighley Cougars, I broke my jaw in a Challenge Cup game against an amateur side. For me, I found it quite funny, but it turns out it was quite a bad event, you know. I got filled in by quite a few lads, so it worked great. But then from that, I came back 3 months later, played 5 games or so, and then tore my ACL, like ruptured my ACL. So I was out for like 12 months. So that was a good stint in my career, yeah. So, well, not my best period of playing rugby. A company called Sharma. I was in contact with Luke Sharma. I've used him before when I came over to Australia. He put me in touch with Rockingham, and as soon as he posted it on Facebook, I had like quite a few clubs get in contact with me, and one of them straight away was Tim, and I was familiar with Tim from back home. He coached at Oxford, as I mentioned previously. Like I said, we used to belt him every week. But yeah, he talked about the professional standards down here at Cairns Brothers. The fact that like you get physio and isotonic drinks and protein shakes, and there's a gym on site at the club, the field's well maintained, you know, it enticed me to come down, and I just thought, oh, I want to have a crack, you know, I want to try to play that standard, and the club like offered all those things in place, and it reminded me of sort of being back at Bradford again, you know, in that standard when you come down and there's a gym program waiting for you, and as soon as you finish training there's protein shakes, and the gym facilities are good, and it's quite professional, you know, you get your kit as soon as you get here, and they're willing to help you out finding a job and somewhere to live, and to be fair, they've been pretty good with us so far, and unfortunately I'm having to live with Tim. Like his missus is really nice, his kids are really nice, but Tim's a bit annoying, like when you've got to listen to him all day, you know. Oh, do you want me to answer? Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't know you were running. Sorry.
That's the idea. I'm filming you and you're answering.
Sorry.